Hello friends, welcome back for another video. Today I'm doing my 27th week of pregnancy update. If you're new around here, my name is Sandy-Kaye. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another video if you're not new. And I do motherhood content, posting at least one video a week. And I have a almost 3-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter. We'll be 28 weeks pregnant tomorrow, which just seems crazy. Baby is the size of a cabbage, 15 inches long and 2.25 pounds. Baby at this point is starting to have REM sleep, meaning they're starting to have dreams at this point. Until now, your baby's eyes have been shut super tight, but now they can open and close. Lastly, fetuses that usually stick out their tongue at this stage. No one is sure why, but it could be that they're trying to taste some of your amniotic fluid. All right, we are now going to move into symptoms. I wanted to do a quick segment on the glucose test as I just took that last Friday and it wasn't too bad. The drink that I get isn't one with the dye, so it's a clear liquid, really more gentle on the stomach than the one that's orange that I had in my first pregnancy. And the blood draw was easy peasy, didn't feel too bad after it. I was told my number was 64, which is quite low, on the way lower end. So my midwife was like surprised that I wasn't feeling worse than I did. So my blood sugar was pretty low, which I guess is good, meaning, you know, I passed just fine. Anyway, just super happy to have passed that glucose test and have that over with. And as far as symptoms, when I was visiting with my in-laws, it actually was the worst that I've kind of felt, like the most big and uncomfortable thus far in pregnancy. My ribs felt like they were expanding. I had to undo my bra every day. I don't know if it's just because I was eating more over there and it was also 100+ degrees, so I was hot and uncomfortable and just felt bigger, and my rib cage just felt bigger. So now coming back home, I haven't noticed that as much, and I've also just been eating cleaner, sleeping better. I didn't have my pregnancy pillow with me and I woke up with a super sore upper back, so I am back to sleeping better now, and that has been nice. Noticed if I bend over to get something and I kind of tip my head downward, then the blood seems to rush super fast to my head, probably with all that extra blood volume we get in pregnancy. A kind of crazy one is I finally experienced my first leg cramp in this pregnancy, which is something that's kind of nice not to experience, but I was like half asleep. It happened in my left calf. It just like seizes up, and I guess I must have like smacked my husband or something. He said I forgot the words he used, but I think I climbed all over him and I was like grabbing my calf. So I made quite a ruckus in our bed, but I told him in the morning, like, yeah, I got my first leg cramp. If you haven't noticed, I got pimples all up here and one under my jaw, which is never a fun thing, especially with going to a wedding this weekend. I don't even own face makeup because usually my skin's pretty clear. But it's all good. I'm sure I can borrow some from someone. I've been eating a lot of sugar and ice cream when I was at my in-laws, so I have been craving like this quinoa kale salad that I had made for dinner, and grilled chicken on salad. So I've been enjoying some healthier foods and just really enjoying those, and also coconut popsicles. And I made some of my own healthier vegan coconut bars. So I have been going to bed around at least 9 p.m. or later, and so that's kind of been killing me because I wake up around 4:50 to send my husband off to work, and Monday through Wednesday I got up and stayed up and did things and got stuff done. And then finally this morning I was like, okay, I gotta sleep in. So I slept in an extra hour, and I was so happy that I woke up around 7 just feeling like energized and then ready to tackle the day. So I did get to get a few things done before my kids woke up still. I was snuggling my son last night while putting him to bed. He had his hand on my belly. He was trying to feel the baby kick. The baby wouldn't kick him, but then he put his foot on my belly and his little sister starts kicking his foot. I don't think he could feel it on his foot, but I was telling him like, your baby's kicking, and he kind of giggled. But I just thought that was so fun. I at least knew that his sister was kicking him, and my husband has yet to feel the baby because she really is so stubborn. Every time he puts his hand on my belly, she will stop kicking, and then when he lets go, she'll start kicking again, then he'll, you know, it's just that constant thing I think baby knows and is hiding from her dad. Okay, let's go over emotions and emotionally how I'm doing. This week has been really tough. I'm gonna try not to cry because I've already done a lot of crying. I found out yesterday that my friend had passed away this week. My friend who was in ICU, I had done a little short on it and I ended up deleting it because it ended up being more serious than we thought. She was on life support and just had to be taken off recently. So that was super tough to find out that news. And I noticed it was really affecting my son yesterday, and I need to be better about sitting down with him and explaining it a little more because he's seen me crying a lot, which I don't typically cry at all. So I think he emotionally, I haven't been as emotionally present with him because I've just been, you know, journaling and trying to like take care of myself, and obviously still hugging and cuddling, but I do need to talk to him about things. We had some good snuggles and I've like told him that my friend's in heaven and stuff, but I do need to do a better sit down on that. But yeah, just going through my first really close to home loss, you know, next to my grandma. But my friend was 24 just like me. She had a daughter, and her daughter and my son would hang out a lot together, and so it just really hit close to home. And I know that's going to be hard for my son too, because my friend was so sweet with Trenner, my son, whenever we got together. So that's going to be tough for a while, but we go through ups and downs where obviously there's always happy moments with kids, and then everything hits you again and you realize you're never going to see that person on this earth again, and it's really quite hard and you feel that loss. All right, moving on to the last 3 questions. How am I preparing for birth and labor? I've started to think about eating dates and doing red raspberry leaf tea, so that's just around the corner. Around 30 weeks, I may start a little earlier, we'll see, but that's just crazy that we're already almost to that point. My best moment this week was just sitting in the backyard yesterday watching the kids play. There was a little trough with water and they were splashing in it, and Jordy Ray was going on the slide for the first time, and her brother was pushing her on a little toy quad, and you know, mud was made, water and dirt mixing and making lots of mud. My daughter definitely, I gotta still try and get the stains out of her pants, but it was just fun watching them play and have fun. Last off is what am I excited for this week? I guess tomorrow we are leaving to Idaho for my brother's wedding, which is super exciting, which is another thing where it's like having loss and marriage in the same week. It kind of makes it hard, but obviously I'm so excited for my brother and excited to celebrate and see family. And I'm also excited because on the way we get to stop at where my husband and I met, and so I thought that'd be cute to take a picture of the kids where my husband and I had our first date. So even though they might not understand much of it, I think that will be a fun memory for us to look back on. Let's finish off with a bump update. Is my 28-week belly. Thank you so much for joining me for another pregnancy update video, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!